Well, so we're gonna continue our chronicle, and I'm gonna leave you guys here on the back of the Succubus Club. So in your night, everyone please roll a rouse check. And I am assuming that you all went straight up to the Succubus Club because the meeting is quite early. But if you anyone wants to do something before that, you can tell me right now.
I would like to go uh, check on Molotov.
The meeting with Molotov was later, right? But he asked you to meet after midnight in a pizza place.
Hmm. So that's after this. Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
I probably want to hunt.
You want to hunt? How?
Actually,
Yes.
yeah, same here, because I'm up to three now.
Okay. Okay. So feel free to do that. Uh, how do you want to hunt?
Well, I am an extortionist hunter, so I would have to find someone of a criminal element that I could coerce with violence, I suppose, to get what I need.
You have a hunting roll. You do. It's it's only intimidation. Not. Does this make sense? Do you have how is the role of extortionist? I don't remember precisely. Let me
That
open here
one,
the
I'll
player's
have
guide.
to crack that open very quickly. Yes.
I think it's in cults.
Yeah, but they moved everything into the player's guide.
Uh,
All once Renegade bought it all. All right.
Strength or manipulation plus intimidation. That's why the
Okay.
character sheet doesn't pull it automatically. He only pulled intimidation because you need to pick the attribute.
Okay, so that was strength or manipulation. No, it's the
Yes.
same thing either way.
No.
Um, so
Strength or manipulation plus intimidation. So you have two dices on intimidation and plus and mark two dices or in strength or manipulation. So it's four
okay.
dices.
Oh, oh, I want to actually do something with this. Sorry.
It's a
Uh,
success. Don't waste it.
strength plus intimidation. And yeah, I don't think I have anything and anything else that can really help except maybe dominate, but I don't think I can use that. Okay. Yeah, no, it's the same. One success. But I think I will re-roll. I think I'll do a willpower on this.
Okay.
This is mine. Yeah. Oh no, looks like that's it.
So how many successes?
Just the one.
Just the one. That's not enough. You don't find any victims and
Crap.
gets the proper time for the meeting, so you're running late.
Oh well.
You drove around the town. You went into the bad neighborhoods. You were trying to find that uh, know that huge liquor bar that stays open, and you always threaten the old man that sells the liquor. But he was wise tonight, and he didn't open.
Well, there's always a meeting with Molotov later.
Yep, tonight's a child. So Cameron, you want to hunt?
Yes,
So how will you hunt?
I'm an alley cat, so I'm going to find someone, maybe someone that looks like Henry, and jump them. Maybe like pretend to mug them.
Yeah, you go into some dark streets on busy on in downtown, right? People are getting out the office and going home, especially people that look like Henry because they usually work after the 9 to 5, right? They work till already night and they do extra hours. Usually they don't get any money from the extra hours. They just do it because that's their job, right? And maybe they will get a bonus if they get all their targets for the year, right? Uh, so please roll me the strength plus brawl, the hunting roll. Let's see what.
Does my specialty in grappling account?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yes, they are hunting, Harry. They are hunting. So three successes. That's way better than one. Yeah, you found um you found some people in the alley. Uh, they were like not in a proper shape. You find some people getting out a happy hour. It's a couple of young men. It's already 10 and a half or 11 p.m., right? And you manage to find him. They are both already drunk. They were celebrating something, and they were trying to get faster to the dark alley, and they bumped into you, and you can feed in one of them for sure, or maybe a bit in each.
Yeah, I'll feed on one of them.
As you do, you knock one of them out just by pushing him because he was too drunk to barely walk, and you feed in one of him. Uh, you you smelled the strong smell of alcohol, right? The booze coming out of him, and his blood tastes uh, very badly. It tastes like some rotten drink, like some rotten whiskey, something like that, and kind of goes into your belly and goes like right, and you feel the alcohol hitting your head quite quickly. As you drop him, you start having some difficulties to walk, and you go zigzagging outside of that dark alley, and you everything is shaking, right? Uh, the wall seems like they are breathing, and the floor shaking a lot. Like he really was in a bad shape. Uh, but you manage to to get yourself together after a few minutes. It takes probably like 10 minutes for you to get back in shape. Like the sensation is more of the moment, of course.
I'm gonna call back at the guy. I'm just gonna say, "Fuck you, Dad." How many hunger can I slake?
Let's see. Roll me. No, you don't need to roll. You can select the two hugger. That guy is young. Yeah, no problem. So the other two will hunt, or they will go straight to Succubus Club.
I'm only at 2 hunger, so I'm gonna hold off from hunting for now.
Yeah, same here. There's nowhere I'd rather be tonight than the Succubus Club.
Okay. Uh, so you two came a bit earlier than the other two. Uh, if you want to interact, just the two of you before, or otherwise, I'll make the scene with everybody.
Oh, madame, you're here, you're here, you're here. This is I'm very, very excited for this evening. How are you doing?
I can see that, Henry. I am just fine.
You got a little bit of a glow about you. Is something going on or
Nope. Same old, same old.
okay, all right.
Love in
Interesting.
the edge.
Yeah. Um so yeah, I trust that I can rely on your backing for our little play when they ask us for our vote. I'm going to suggest that we say, "Yep, let's let the La Sombra in," because I think it would probably make our buddy Bruno feel happy, but also it will make the prince feel happy, and that's more important. Um,
Henry,
mhm.
if I disagreed with the vote, would you spend one of your boons that you have against me to make me vote that way?
Are you going to extort me now?
Possibly.
Because I already got rid of one of those boons.
Did you?
No, no, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say anything. Well, it's not my fault if you don't write these things down, madame. The notebook is the kindred's friend.
And
Although,
when the
although don't
notebook is found by the Inquisition,
that's why you need to use shorthand or a code or a cipher or something. Am I the only one who does that?
so what do you call boons in your notebook?
I have a bunch of like random like Cyrillic alphabet things I
Hot
use.
dogs?
No, it's really very complicated. I call yeah
Corn dogs.
yeah something like that. Um, why are you thinking of disagreeing? Because you seem pretty okay with the idea last night.
Well, I'm just saying, if I voted against the team, would you spend a boon on it?
Come on, we're in a coterie now, okay? We got to be on the same page. Sure, I'll spend a boon if it makes you happy. I don't really want to like shake you down for shit. Like it's, you know, it's beneath me.
I'm very happy now.
All right, great. Um, yeah. Uh, this is good. This is good for the cam. This is good for us in general. Like with the Bruja and the Gangrel leaving, it's we've been pretty short on people who really know how to throw a punch. I think that the Sombra could fill that hole.
I don't think that La Sombra packed many punches.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that those tentacle things can pack a punch. We'll ask Bruno about it next time he's here. Maybe he'll do the tentacle thing again.
So, Henry, how much on one page do you think a Tekotori actually is?
Well, I mean, I reckon that Cameron probably thinks similar to me. I mean, he really cares about keeping the Camarilla strong. I mean, Bruno, I don't think he really cares one way or another, but I think it would make his sire happy, and I think that would make him happy. So, win-win, I guess.
I'm not just asking about this, but I'm asking where do you see us going in the future?
Cuba.
Where do you see us going as a
Mm.
group? Well, I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I was thrilled about being, assigned to a group with a bunch of kindred that I don't really know in the first place. But it worked out pretty good. I think that we did well. I mean, like you shoved that lighter down that guy's throat. That was impressive. And I just think that like if we can kind of maneuver ourselves into the position where we're the people who the prince calls on when he needs you know, problem solved and shit done, then you know,
I mean,
that would
I
be pretty good for
outright
us.
left the last fight. Do you really think that we're all on the same page?
Well, self-interest goes a long way, and once you guys taste the rewards of being a good Camarilla lapdog, I think that you're gonna love it. It's great. I was initially skeptical, but it's great. Being a lapdog is fantastic.
So what are you asking for tonight?
Hmm, what are you asking for?
You go first. We're a
You.
we're a coterie. We're sharing everything, right? We're that close, aren't we?
Hmm. Well, you'll find out soon enough.
Will you
But
say it
I
out
will
loud
tell
in
you,
front of everyone?
I will tell you that my intent is to ask for right of progeny, and that's all I'll say.
Oh, and who would that progeny might be?
I said that's all I'll say.
So, in the other hand, you don't actually trust your coterie all that much.
Well, I mean, trust is a limited resource in our world. I'm sure you understand.
And we haven't earned your trust, Henry?
You'll find out, okay? Oh, you're a shrewd one. I like it. I like it. This is going to be great. You're going to be very, very good at this.
Well, I hope so, because I have a feeling that you're gonna see a lot more of me.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Now, where are these two?
So they arrived.
Oh, great. Gentlemen, this is where the fun begins.
Comrades! Henry was just saying about how close all of us are and how we're all one happy family.
Exactly like a family, although that's not the word I used.
I've got a hunger headache, so
Okay. Yep. Don't aggravate him. Got it.
I'm
How
checking.
well can your tentacles punch?
Well, that's a phrase I never thought I'd hear.
I'm really not going to risk it right now because I'm not feeling awesome right now, and I don't want to risk anything. Not with my sire in the building, and we're so close to impressing everyone.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Well, we'll just have an easy one, right? You let us do the talking, hang back, and like try not to get aggravated. Hey, maybe there'll be some refreshments in there.
Because
Here's
Henry
hoping.
thought that La Sombra would be a good replacement for Bruja.
Well, I mean, not a replacement for Bruja, but certainly to fill the gap in the clans within the cam.
Are you
And
saying we're
that
not doing a good job?
Well, I'm saying
and that
there's
gap
not
is
that many.
definitely punching.
I'm saying there's not that many of you, Cameron. But you know, I mean, like you guys, Sombra have they can throw a punch, right? Right, Bruno?
We can, though, generally speaking, we try to get others to swing for us.
You see,
Um,
I like that. I like that.
In general, Henry, I heard that if there's any clan that La Sombra could compete with, it's Ventru.
Oh well, we love competition, so that's just good. That's just great for me.
Well, this is proof positive that both rival clans can get together and achieve
Wonderful.
a common goal.
It brings tears to my eyes.
Great job, Henry.
I'm so proud of you guys.
And you too, Bruno.
oh,
It's like
gosh.
the odd couple.
You guys ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Let's mosey on in then.
So just before we start, let me thank Jotaro and Evering for giving subs. Jotaro subbed and Every gave a gift. So thanks a lot. We just reached the goal of the stream. So thank you a lot. Let's
And
continue here.
whomever sent the heart, I'm sorry I'm not on Twitch, but I do appreciate the heart. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'll text her. Okay, so let's continue here. So you all enter Elysium,
Quickly try to spot out my sire.
and it's quite crowded.
Oh, wow. It is heaving in here tonight.
Yep.
Lot of faces I don't recognize.
There's that guy.
Oh, yeah, there's that
So
guy, the guy with the stake. I recognize him.
as you all uh, join the Elysium, uh, you see kind of lots of people, different people here in this place. You see, of course, the prince. You see Amian, the sheriff. Sierra Malenkov is like laid down there with the stake in his heart. And you see all the primogens, right? So the Sombra, there is Dusable, so the chief of the Tremere, Annabelle, the primogen of the Toreadors, Mal Davis, she's kind of the leader of the K Chiefs. Uh, well, Cedric, maybe? From the
Uh-huh.
Nosferatu. Rosa from the Gangrel. Sun from the Malkavian. Ballard from the Ventru. Christias is from the Bruja, but you also have other Bruja members here, just like Anita. Um, Kaja from the Banu Hakim. Uh, I think there is a member from the ministry here. Okay, oh, here, Marcel. And of course, the closest to you, the Cameral, your sire, and sire from Bruno as well. He's here. You also see some of your friends like Genghis and Crook, right? Uh, the prince, as soon as the coterie arrives, he says, "Well, now that everyone is here, let's start." So he rises and he starts speaking more towards everybody, and everybody stays silent, paying attention to the prince. Brothers and sisters, please accept my sincere apology for taking up another of your nights. I am aware you're all busy, but I guarantee this trip to the woods will be worth it. Yesterday, my speech was interrupted by Sombra with a very important message from her clan. A message that potentially will change our history. The clan of Night, long-time enemies, wish to join our ranks. Of course, my first response was dismissive. However, and then he looks at Sierra. Sierra came with a proposition I found very interesting and perhaps even plausible. In fact, why don't you first-hand witness step forward and tell the city what Clan La Sombra offered? So, essentially, Sierra tells again that she will she's fine with the request of the prince of bringing their elders uh, to the final destruction if needed to join all the La Sombra into the Camarilla. But the prince goes and say, "Well, I am not a tyrant. I am And am not like our brothers and sisters of other cities. I have always run this city democratically, and that's what I intend to do this today, right? It's I want to hear from each primogen what they want, what do they think it's best for the city, and of course, I would want to hear, as for our dear coterie, that are the ones who know better Sierra and Malenkov, for they have stayed and take care of them in the last few nights. So first of all, I imagine all the primogen have taken and not thought about it. So please, Clan Malkavian, what do you think we should do? And then Sun shouts, no! Never! They will never join us! Okay. Prince hears the terrified shout about his son and goes to the next primogen. Ballard, please. And the clan and Ballard, who represents the clan venture, says, yes, it will be interesting for a Camarilla to be reinforced as such with the clan La Sombra. And they killing
sure.
the elders, it is quite interesting, quite appealing for us.
Henry wants to make sure that Ballard sees him nodding and giving a light applause when he's
Yeah,
talking.
he looks at you after. And the prince goes on to another clan. Christius, what do you think of this? What clan Bruja thinks of this? And Christius is very old. He's been there since the ancient times. And he looks and says, no. He never will accept Lila Sombra as a fellow friend.
Harsh.
And then the word passes to Annabelle, the leader of the Toreadors. And she, of course, says, yes. And we also oppose the burning alive of our own kind. Please don't do this monstrous thing. Of course, Malenkov will be set to death by fire if they are not joined, and she doesn't want to see a kindred being burned. And the next primogen, the Tremere, Du Sable, is quite clear. We vote no. This will bring nothing but chaos to the Camarilla. They are Sabah. I don't think they can change. They will infiltrate and destroy the Camarilla from within. They are here to win. They are here to conquer. They will destroy the Camarilla. So no. The prince passes the word to the clan Gangrel. Rosa says, yes, for sure. And stops. She's a very objective woman. The prince passes the word to the Banu Hakim, Katja, and she says, no. I don't want that. I don't like the La Sombra, especially Malenkov, for all that he did against our clan. The ministry gets to vote. Marcel, but he positions himself as neutral. He doesn't want to vote. He says, as a traditionally non Camarilla clan, we do not feel we should be responsible for deciding the vote, so I will abstain. And for the clan Nosferatu, Cedric pushes himself up and say, we say yes, bearing in mind all that could be learned where they are at our side. Prince agrees, and by seeing how it was, it is a tie. Half of the clans said yes, half said no. So it's up for the coterie then. Prince looks at the coterie.
Um,
How does the coterie vote?
Well, Henry looks to his compatriots with there's a kind of a smug kind of expression on his face, and then steps forward, obviously milking this moment for everything that it's worth. And he says, "The coterie votes yes."
I thought we all got a vote.
Oh, we all decided, didn't we? We discussed it together.
Do you have a? Do
I
you
must have
need a
been away.
minute? Do you need a minute to discuss
Apparently
that?
so. Yeah. One moment, please.
Okay.
Cameron, what the fuck, Cameron?
My primogen just voted no.
Everyone's looking at us.
Well, okay, so I'm a yay, Madame's a yay, Bruno I assume is a yay, and you're the only nay. Am I counting that correctly?
How about to
Hmm.
make everyone happy, Henry say that the coterie votes yes, but that quite specifically Tiger was against it.
You really want you want your displeasure in this noted, Cam?
Well, I mean, it's his clan that voted opposite to him, so it's kind of you want to keep good with the clan, don't you?
Ugh, okay.
But I also have to show solidarity with a coterie. I will go along with this.
You're a beautiful man, Cameron. Thank you. Okay, Your Grace, we have conferred, and yes, our vote is yes. We would approve the Lasombra joining the Camarilla.
Perfect. Perfect. You see, the sheriff is quite disturbed with the fact, and he almost protests. And then the prince looks at the sheriff and, do your job.
Ooh.
The sheriff, angry, grabs the sword, look at the prince, and for a moment there, everyone thinks the sheriff is going to strike the prince with the sword. But he holds.
Oh.
He holds up, calms down, and he gives the sword to Sierra. The prince comes close to Sierra and says, start killing your elders now. Prove your loyalty. Kill your brother here. Sierra grabs the sword and smiles. She doesn't even hesitate. She goes and cut the head off Malenkov. Malenkov is dead from a long time. He died centuries ago as mortal. And when a kindred dies and faces final death, time catches up. So, since he's dead for quite a while, his body quickly dissolves, almost turning into ashes instantly. In a span of a few minutes, everyone will see Malenkov turning into ashes. But until then, Sierra will give the sword back to the sheriff. The sheriff will just leave the room with the sword. Kind of a Jon Snow style of my watch has ended, right? He would just leave the place. The prince is concerned, at least. That's not the moment to act on the rebellious ways of his sheriff. He looks at Sierra and says, "Welcome to the Camarilla." After that, the prince, everyone gets very noisy. The ones who voted no are hysterically shouting. Genghis is just laughing. Pathetic. I knew this thing would happen. That's why we should have killed him. And people are just yelling and shouting. Then the prince says, "Silence! It is done. We decided as a community. They are now part of the Camarilla. So respect Sierra for the moment. Everyone's silence. And they seem to agree that at least wasn't a tyrant decision. The prince looks at the coterie and says, "Now I want to speak individually to each of you. But, so let's start with our La Sombra member,
Oh,
Bruno.
what the what?
What do you
I look-
wish for your reward for this well done job?"
Now, I'm trying to remember if Michaelis is a Primogen Lasombra or if he's just a Lasombra of note.
He is a primogen, but not so much, right? It was not like it was part of the Camarilla, so he wouldn't be able to vote.
Okay, so he was like a. Okay. But Luna. Was Luna Camarilla?
Yeah, it was not like the La Sombra clan was in the Camarilla. There were some La Sombra in the city that the Camarilla accepted, right, to be there, and they kind of respected the Camarilla. But it was not like the clan was Camarilla, right?
Okay.
It's kind of the same thing as, Bruja that are mostly in the Anarchs, but there are some Bruja in the Camarilla, right?
So Michaelis isn't currently a Primogen in Chicago, or is he currently a Primogen in Chicago?
Yeah, Michaelis is old kindred. Uh, he, as you know, he decided to not involve himself in politics from the Sabah. He disagreed with the Sabah vision of how we treat mortals. So he was kind of a refugee, put it this way. He decided to stay away from the Sabah and live in Chicago. And he was
Okay,
respected because he was old and powerful.
So he's kind of like Vito Corleone in like Act 3 of Godfather then. He's not really Godfather anymore, but everyone respects him because he was Godfather at one time.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't understand the reference, but yeah, that makes sense.
Henry got it.
Thank you. Because the reason I'm asking is because I want to make a wish for Luna to be moved to Primogen.
Okay, you can ask that.
Let me just head on over and make my ask.
Go ahead. Do it.
As you've seen, the Lasombra can be very beneficial to Camarilla operations, and us Lasombra that have already been here can help with the introduction of our new Lasombra brothers and sisters into the Camarilla fold. And I think there's no better person to represent Lasombra interests through the lens of Camarilla than my sire, Luna. She has the knowledge, she has the style, and she has the savvy to do the job.
You have to poke that she's sexy, right? The prince smiles and look at Sierra and says, "It is okay with you, Miss Sierra. They were already here in the city, and despite not being active members of the Camarilla, it makes sense since they were already more inclined to our values that they meet the ones who are arriving. That's why I chose Bruno to pick up you at the airport." Sierra looks at the prince and says, "Of course, my prince. It's up to you to decide." The prince looks back at Bruno and Michalis, and he just nods. "Okay, that is a reasonable request. Your sire, Luna, will be the primogen of the La Sombra for now."
Awesome. Thank you, my liege. And head on over.
She's very happy with you. She hugs you and gives you a kiss on your forehead. "Thank you,
Best
honey.
day ever.
Thank you, honey. I was very happy that your wish was actually to please me."
I also think I just made the war zone into like the hottest vampire club.
"Oh, you're so sweet." And she kind of makes a gentle touch in your head, in your face with her hand. "That's why I love you."
Oh, awesome sauce.
Yeah. "Okay," the prince says. "Next one. Let's go with the lady. Madame, please. Go ahead. What do you wish as reward?"
Well, you see, Your Highness, Cedric is quite a young Nosferatu, and when we voted just now, it was very obvious that he was going against clan's wishes, so my biggest desire would be to not have Cedric as primogen.
The prince look at Cedric. Cedric is pissed. He looks at you like very angry. And the prince is like, interesting argument. And Crooks kind of raise the hand and say, "My prince, can I speak?" Look at Crooks and say, "Fine, go ahead, Crook." "Well, it's kind of it's our true primogen is dead, right? Khalid is dead." And Cedric gets angry again. So it's not fair to just, pass the word to Cedric just because Khalid wanted. I think it's a matter of a clan. We should discuss this internally, and until we decide who should be the new member, new primogen of the Nosferatu, I think it would be wise to have a Nosferatu you actually can trust. And who is better than Madame to do that? The prince doesn't like crooks. He hates them. But for the first time, Crook actually said something that made sense. The prince, he moans like, ugh. You speak sense, Crook. And if this is your request, Madame, then I'll grant you the rank of primogen until further notice, until the clan unites and decides who is going to be the primogen. So
Thank you, my prince.
interim, you'll be the primogen. You're welcome. Crook smiles, goes up
I
to
give a wide smile to Crooks.
He goes close to you. Hey, honey.
Hi, babe.
Don't worry. It will take a long time for a clan to unite to decide a new one.
And in
Enjoy.
the meantime, anything you want, babe.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah. They are speaking like very
Yeah, we're
low
very
tone.
quiet. We're hush hush.
She has no, she's primogen now? What?
Uh,
What?
Like,
I'm in awe.
I smile
roll,
at Henry.
Henry, roll wits with awareness to see if you actually listened.
Okay, sure. Wits and awareness. Let me just wit. Awareness. Yeah, it's one success.
No,
That's not
no.
great.
You just noticed they were exchanging words, but you didn't understood
I
what
didn't
they
I
talked to.
didn't notice the subtext.
Yeah. And well, they are two Nosferatus, right? So
Yeah.
Too distracted by their striking features.
yeah.
He doesn't even have a nose. Like,
It's hypnotizing. I can't look away. I want to, but I can't.
it's like if you painted him yellow and gave him a hood, he'd be Skeletor.
Or maybe he could start singing like, "Oh, this is."
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
The prince looks at Cameron. So now it's your turn, Mr. Cameron.
My prince, with the influx of new residents to Chicago, to your domain, I fear that there may be more tensions with our anarch brethren as we, will need to expand. So I'd like to help out. Please make me either a hound, or if you want to make things really interesting, make me your scourge.
Of course, I will make you into. I'll make you our new hunter, but not for the anarchs, of course. As I'm saying, Genghis was getting very pissed when we were talking.
Just
I'm just saying that we need to keep the traditions, and we need to keep, especially the masquerade. I am fully committed to the peace with the anarchs, but it will be good to use you for blood hunts and other kindreds that respect our main traditions, especially the masquerade.
Thank you,
You proved very useful against Malenkov and the others. He would be a fine asset to us.
I lean over to Henry and be like, hey, remember that time he slept through that whole fight scene?
True.
And now the prince looks at you, Henry. So the leader of the coterie, the blood of my
That's true.
blood, our friend Henry. What do you wish?
Henry steps forward. He kind of straightens his tie. Maybe if you knew him very well, you might note that that's a sign of nervousness. And he says, "Your Grace, I would request right of progeny."
Reasonable request. It's granted.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Ballard look at you. He's very concerned. And kind of signs like I want to talk to you, right? You know.
Okay. I'll kind of wave. Okay, all right, sure.
So the meeting proceeds. They all talk a bit more. Genghis is pissed. He leaves. Not so much after that. And after 40 minutes, like that, the meeting ends. Everybody starts to get away. And you're back at the front of the club again. Or maybe a final goodbye.
Well, that went well.
When are we gonna meet your progeny, Henry?
Well, once my progeny is ready to be presented, then I will present them. But
Is it the bear? It's the bear, isn't it? You're gonna make the vampire bear.
I don't know what you're talking about. What bear? I don't have a
I can
bear.
always test the your progeny if you wish before you waste an embrace on them.
Yeah, rather not, eh?
Kind of rough them up.
Yeah, no, please don't.
I could make quite the impression if you wanted to reveal kindred to them.
I think yeah, I'm just gonna play it kind of cool in that regard and try and make it as little of an adjustment as possible. But I just wanted to ask, Madame, like, how did you just end up as Primogen? Did I hear that right?
Yes, you heard that right. Well, internal Nosferatu politics.
Yeah, that's something I have never really understood, and it's well, congratulations. This is
Thank you.
amazing. So we got one Primogen, the child of a Primogen, and the Scourge, I guess. Um, shoot, yeah, we're going up in the world, huh?
And then it's just you, Henry, for you're the only one that did not want position.
I'll come back for one another time.
He's the leader of our coterie, though.
So technically speaking, I'm the leader of a Primogen and the child of a Primogen and the Scourge. So
yeah, technically, I didn't do anything for position. I just showed gratitude to my sire.
yeah, you know something? The Camarilla loves that. You'll go far, son.
Yes, it does.
I mean, have you seen her?
I have seen her. Yeah, she's
All of us
very
have
impressive.
seen her.
I would say you could take a picture of her to last longer, but
Yeah, that's the fun thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a low blow, Cameron.
You
I was
can
being-
draw her picture and hang it on your wall, and then you can see her whenever you want.
Actually, I can see her whenever I want, but if the Scourge ever needs a skilled driver on a hunt or anything, you can always drop me a line. Happy to help.
Let's go hunt some thin bloods.
Oh, yes, please.
Well,
We
as
do
as
know
a
one in the airport.
well, that's another thing. When I get the chance, I'm going to talk to the big man about that because I still think that that's a nice little moneymaker.
The thin blood in the airport.
Yeah, the thin blood in the airport. He's just a thin blood in the airport. If we get his domain ratified by the prince, he's part of the Camarilla, and he has to deal with us overseeing him. We could muscle in on that easy.
Oh, now that I'm the primogen, if you ever wanna
Well, you do get a
grant,
vote.
yeah, if you wanna grant me some favors in exchange for votes, I'm always open for trading.
Shit, now I regret clearing those boons. Ah, oh well. I'll get some more. I'm sure you'll owe me eventually.
So the chat is congratulating you, madame, for your achievement. Um, so let's finish our chronicle with the epilogue. We did an intro as the first session, and so I think it's reasonable to do an epilogue. Well, after that, you all went in a different direction. And who wants to start? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Bruno. You had a meeting with Molotov in a pizza place. And
Oh, Molotov.
you get to the place, you get to the pizza, you enter through the basement, through a back door entrance where Molotov is kind of waiting you there. And you can hear upstairs like a man calling very loudly, like, Luigi, go back to work, Luigi. Get out of the bathroom. Get out of the toilet. You're taking too much long. Stop making pepperonis there. We have pizzas to make. And you see that it's a very busy pizzeria. Mamma mia. And as you are down Molotov, having a, he's eating a pizza. Mm. You are late, man. But don't worry. The pizza here is very good. I'm already eating. It's still hot. Yeah. So, I have your cash. That's the good news. I have some bad news too, but we can talk that later. Here, he gives you a bag, more like a briefcase, and there's a lot of money in there.
Oof. Well, good show there. But what's this about bad news?
Remember you told me to go to look at the Blue Velvet?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I kind of left there after watching a bit, and there was a lot of police. I don't know how, but they got me, right? So that same night, the police went after me, and well, thank God they didn't take the money. And they start questioning me, but it wasn't about the club. It was actually about, what we did at the jewel store. They were not after me. They were after you. And it was a weird situation. They looked like cops. They threatened me. But they didn't want to know about the money. They just wanted to know about you. They said
And
you looked weird at a camera. Camera pick up the video footage of you, and you just looked weird. You just looked inhuman. Man, I don't know what that means, but it they they are looking for you.
and what did you tell them?
I had to tell them something, man. I cannot say nothing. They had a gun to my face. So I talked about your brother. I told him with the club he performs. So they are probably at your brother right now. Your brother knows nothing, right? So you'll be okay for now. But here's my advice: get out of the city tonight. Grab your car, grab your money, drive away. Wait at least for 6 months to come back. Let the dust go down.
I'm being Michael Corleone. Molotov, I'm going to say this to you once because you've done this great favor of coming through on your paying me. My business is my business. And if you ever drag my brother into my business, you will wish they pulled the trigger in that interrogation room. Do you understand me?
Of course, man. But I needed to buy time. Unless otherwise they would have you.
I can handle myself. That's what I do. That's what I'm good at. My family stays out of it. Capiche?
Okay, capiche. But please take my advice. Get out of the city. There are too many of them. I know you're strong, but they don't seem to be kidding. And I don't want to bury a friend.
Well, enjoy your pizza. I'll see you in 6 months.
He nods and comes back to eat the pizza. This figure stays. So you grab your car and go away.
Yeah, I'll throw. I still have a phone on me? Because remember I used one from Henry's place.
Yeah, you still have one.
I'll drop a message to Luna saying there's some heat on me. Gonna dip for 6. Um, Congratulations on your promotion.
You notice that she will read the message. She will not answer back. And you're gonna get into your car. As you start driving, you see the police arriving to the pizza place. Roll for me a wits plus drive, and you can use your specialization. You want to spend willpower?
Yeah, and I can do. There you go.
Okay, 5 successes is more than enough. You drive away before the police gets to you. You get out of town. You park the car. You get into another car. And you keep driving. And you do that until the sun rises. You just got into a motel before that. And you keep doing that for a few nights, driving away the furthest as possible from Chicago. Maybe you will be back one day, maybe in 6 months, when the dust is out of the way, when you're not a target anymore. Or maybe not. That's it. You want to say something?
I just got Michael Corleone.
You are going into exile.
I feel bad for the next girl I fall in love with because she's just gonna get blown up real good.
Yeah.
Don't worry. 6 months when they pass, and it's time for seasons 2. We're pulling you back out whatever hole you settled in.
Just when you thought you were out, we pull you back in.
Oh no, Sophia Coppola's here. This is gonna
Chicago
suck.
comes calling.
Okay, that will be your call, though. You can make another character if you want to as well.
Oh no, Bruno's coming back,
That's great.
and he's gonna take names.
So who's next?
I honestly really want to hear Dave.
You want to see the mess that I end up with? Okay, sure.
Yes.
Okay. So, I think that immediately upon leaving the alleyway, Henry is probably going to go find Ballard and find out
Exactly.
exactly what he was gesticulating about in the Elysium. So yeah, I'll roll over to his office.
As
Uh,
Go ahead.
sense of foreboding.
As you enter the office, Ballard is smoking a cigar.
Mr. Ballard? Got the
Sit.
impression you wanted to see me.
Yes. Sit down.
I sit, cross my legs.
He looks at you for over a minute without speaking any word, just contemplating what he's going to say. It's a very awkward silence. And then he starts. Well, your feedback. Let's start with the positives, right? He puts the cigar away. You have done a good job with the coterie. At least the majority of your actions were good. You got themselves together. You managed to protect Sierra. You dealt with Malankov. And you vote favoring our clan. So yeah, lots of positives. You could be a leader someday. You could
Thank
be
you.
one day the primogen of the Ventru. But there are
Oh.
some problems. But go ahead, feel free to speak.
Uh, Mr. Ballard, I'm glad that you're pleased with our performance on uh the recent mission. However, I sense that you have a big but coming about some aspect of the job.
Yeah.
How have I displeased you?
Two things. First thing, I know about your breach of the masquerade, of your pretending of having immortal life. You are a kindred, for God's sakes. If you really wish to become a leader, if you really wish to climb the ladder of the ventral, you gotta stop doing this, man. You have a wife and a kid, kindred. I'm very glad. Be very glad to me that the prince doesn't know. Or it could be you there with the stake on your heart. You are a ventral. Don't embarrass our clan anymore. And then your request is the permission to embrace. Do you think I'm stupid, Harry?
No, no, Mr. Ballard, I don't think you're stupid.
It's your wife or your daughter that you want to embrace. Or am I wrong?
Ideally, both of them someday, but my wife would be an excellent candidate for the embrace. She's an entrepreneur herself. She has her own business. She's very respected in her field. I see no reason why she wouldn't be an excellent addition to the clan.
Jesus. She drops the cigar. You have a kid with her. Imagine the kid having both parents died or being
Well,
kindreds just living at night. Imagine the potential breach of the masquerade there.
I've been doing this for years. Neither of them have any idea
But
about
you
the
were a
truth.
nobody. You were just a guy that used to deliver packages and notes for the prince or for us. Now you're a goddamn leader. Now you are someone. You gotta choose, Harry. If you go into this path, it's on you. But you know there will be problems, and I'm not gonna cover you as I did with the blue velvet. That's the second problem.
Oh, you're gonna pin the blue velvet on me.
You are
I
the leader of the coterie. Some accountability, please. It doesn't care who was the one who made all the screw ups. You are the leader. You are responsible. So, but I am your leader. So what did I do? And let you give you the example of a leader does. They triggered the insurance for the club. $10 million of destruction. The insurance won't cover it all. Bruni came to speak to me. They know it was your coterie that gave all the leads for Genghis. So what did I do? I managed to pay your bill, the rest of it. As I'm a good leader, I'm gonna take more than half of the payment. And the insurance I'm gonna take care of a good amount of the payment, and the insurance is gonna take care of the rest. But you owe me one. And this owe me one, I'll put it in money so you can feel in your pockets. I want you to pay me back $1 million.
1 million.
Yeah. Sell your house, sell anything. I don't care. You have a year to pay me.
A year.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you prefer a boon?
No.
But surely you don't need the money, Mr.
Yeah,
Ballard.
I don't need the money. I need you to learn a lesson about taking accountability of your coterie. You're gonna lead your coterie. Your coterie is getting bigger and bigger and most relevant, and it's going to be the main coterie of the Camarilla someday. So take some goddamn accountability and be the leader. And he grabs his cigar again.
Henry kind of stands up,
Okay.
smooths his suit down. There's an element of like you wonder for a moment if he might be like trembling almost with like you're not sure whether it's like anger. Uh, but he goes, Mr. Ballard, thank you. You've given me a lot to think about. Um, good evening.
Before you go, don't hate me. I am trying to make you the next Primogen. That's my job.
Thank you, sir.
Keep that in your head. Now go ahead and think about it.
Henry turns and he leaves.
Yeah. So what you going to do? You don't have to do it anything tonight. You can think about it.
Well, he certainly has made Henry think about this, and he has this he has this card to do what he wants to do, but now he's afraid that if he uses it, he's going to sacrifice everything that he's worked for. So I think he's just going to get in the Mercedes and drive around the city, kind of looking sad. It's the right thing to do right now.
It's kind of
Put
the
some put some sad Depeche Mode music on and just
it,
kind of like
it was kind of Rocky Balboa getting to the car and driving the Lamborghini and there's no easy way out.
yeah, definitely. That's exactly it.
No
He's like, holy, he's
shortcut
for because
home.
he's been pretending for so long, and he thought he was away clean. He thought that his deception had worked, but Ballard knew this whole time and didn't say anything. That's like, yeah, that's a big deal for him.
Yeah.
Also, now he's like understands as well that if he goes against Ballard, like what happens to his family. So I'm just gonna park that right of progeny for now and think about my life choices, I guess.
Yeah, you kind of notice that Ballard really cares about you, you know, in his own uh, sea level way, right? Because
Yeah, that's
he protected you from the masquerade breaches you have been doing with your past life decisions. But at the same time, but in the same time, it's he's gonna demand more of you now. If you rise up in a political career, you need to set the example. You need to be a role model.
yeah.
So you understand?
Also, he owns me now,
Yeah,
and I owe him $1 million.
yeah. You owe him a lot of money. You're a venture though. You start doing the math about the $1 million. You know your house worth a lot of money, at least 800K,
Sell the house.
and you can sell other stuff. You're probably gonna get to the million if you really need it, but it's kind of a
Oh,
lose everything you have.
yeah.
And try to
Actually,
say to
actually,
your wife that you're gonna sell the house because you got yourself in debt.
I'm going to sell, darling. I'm going to sell a house because I got myself in debt with a vampire.
Yeah.
No, actually, I take it back. Actually, it's Cam and Bruno who owe him $1 million because this is all their fault.
Yeah. Good luck in finding Bruno now. But
Yeah, Bruno's fucking dipped. He's not even in the city anymore.
yeah.
He's still getting
I-
back for 6 months.
Actually, it's the sheriff's fault.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah.
Henry, you got friends in high places.
Oh god, I'm gonna need to. You guys are
Would you
gonna
would you
put
tell
to work.
Cameron that you owe a shit ton of money?
Oh yeah, no, seriously, I'm leaving voicemails right now on your phone. I'm like, you owe me $1 million, Cameron, $1 million fucking large, you dumb asshole. Thought you could send them into the Blue Velvet to burn the place down? Oh my god, you have no idea how badly you and Bruno have fucked me. I'm hanging up now. Click.
I'll just I'll just text back. Good thing you're the leader.
Oh, you don't. Yeah. Sure, sure. You can answer right now. Don't worry.
And okay.
Go ahead. You can answer.
Wait, what?
I left a voicemail. It's fine.
Hmm. Did you reply with a message, Cameron?
Yeah, just that text.
Yeah, it's a text. What did it say? I think
Did-
I talk.
Did you add the winky face?
I would add the shit-eating grin face.
Oh.
I put good thing you're the leader, or texted him that.
What did you text him?
Good thing you're the leader.
Ah, okay.
The
Right.
leader is not happy today.
So who wanna go next?
I'm okay with doing it, but boy, did you get fucked.
You knew it was coming, right? You knew it was coming.
So madame, I think you have the nicest epilogue. You went home actually because you already had agreed with Croak everything, and you went home. You sit down in your VR session, and you saw Jerry there, and Jerry was kind of disturbed, and he looked at you and, Lucia, I have something to talk to you. Like, tonight was crazy. I almost got killed.
Really? What happened?
I was in the streets after working, like, took pictures of some weird event. There was almost nobody there. It was just hired to take some pictures of a place, and like there was just one guy that say, yeah, stay here and take pictures, and I did. Right, it was good money. They pay me, and when I was leaving the place, suddenly some guys robbed me, but they didn't want my camera or anything that value. They just put a gun in my face, and they were going to shoot. I was offering the money, but they seemed so high, higher than a pension plan state employee, right? They were crazy. They couldn't listen to me. And luckily a shadow appeared and took the guy out. I I I I don't even remember exactly what happened. It was just like it felt like a movie. It was crazy.
Wow, Henry. You must wait, Henry? What?
Oh, am I in the scene? Jerry.
Jerry! There we go. Wow, Jerry.
Oh, that's okay.
You
That's
you
okay.
must really have somebody that like really likes you. Like maybe God is on your side, but did you report it to the police and like maybe like get out of town for a little bit because that is such a crazy story and wow.
You think so? You think I should leave town?
I think that if they're like from where you are and they went after you because they hated you or something and you're now like having online haters or something just like following your accounts and trying to murder you, then yeah, perhaps it would be like safer to get out of town for a while.
Jesus, are they following me online as well? I haven't thought
Well,
about that.
that must be it. I mean, you're a pretty famous photographer. Why else would crazy people go after you with guns?
Ah, okay, I'm gonna log off now. You really scared me. Uh, yeah, I will. I'll try to. I'll leave town. I'll do what you say, and probably gonna stay a while without talking, and I'll change my nickname.
Call me anytime if you want somebody to spend some time with you. Because these things, they can be very, very, very scary. Do you have any, like, family or friends that could, like, stay with you for a while?
Yeah, out of town, but I'm not gonna say anything because if they are tracking me, they can be hearing. So
Yeah, I think calling the police might be a good idea.
okay. Well, thanks, Lucia. Uh, thanks for the tips.
I'll mime a hug because it's very hard to, like, hug somebody's avatar in VR chat, considering that you, like, don't collide properly, but the intent was understood, I imagine.
Yeah. Do you have legs in the VR chat? Or...
I think like in some of them you do because like people do dance videos and everything, but it's just that the collision with other avatars would be very dubious.
Okay. Well, he got really scared again, and he just leaves the conversation. But at least you feel that he's alive, and probably due to crooks. Yeah.
I'm gonna establish a safe connection to Crook. If he doesn't use phones, I can drop by.
Sure. He's there at the at his renovating cook's lounge. Oh, madame, nice seeing you.
I talked with my photographer, babe. You really did me a favor.
Ah, I promised you that I would do that. Of course, I'll never let you down, honey.
You are the only honest Nosferatu I've ever met. I'm so lucky to have you.
I am honest to you. You only.
And of course, if you want anything from me, all you have to do is ask, and I'm gonna like give him a kiss.
Yeah, I'm gonna fade the screen like of the game. You are both gonna start kissing very intensively.
Yeah, it just fades to black for the
Yeah,
scene.
exactly. So the last one, Cameron.
Yes.
Let's do your epilogue. You got a message from Mike. He just says it's urgent. You're gonna need to go to the gym. Something's happening there.
I'll go over.
As you go to the gym, let me get here. As you get there, you you see Mike, and the place is crowded, but it's crowded from people that you actually know. Most of them are ghouls or kindreds, and they are sitting down into you know, the place to watch, like to watch a fight. Genghis is on the ring. He's wearing gloves like a boxer, an MMA fight. And Mike says, "Man, you gotta do it. They are threatening my life here, but they offer me good money to put you on the ring. It's not gonna be filmed. It's just here. Man, it's the I never got so much money from a fight. You gotta do this, man. Please, for me.
How much money?
Fight this bum. Like, man, I got here like 300K.
We're going to talk to this Genghis. We need to negotiate.
I
I would look at Mike. Hey, I've got an acquaintance who owes a shit ton of money, and this may be a way for me to help him.
oh, okay. Mike saying to you, I can give you half, right? 150K.
No, we're going to get more from our friend over there.
Well, he didn't ask any money.
Who's paying for this?
Well, they paid me to have this fight.
Oh, I see. So you're not going to give me just half.
Okay. How much do you want?
I'm going to be generous, and I'm going to take 75%.
Okay, if that's gonna put you in the ring, that's fine.
I'll suit up.
So you're both gonna go into the ring. Mike's gonna sit in the crowd, and it's like a very uh, quiet place. Everybody just listening, and Gang is like he put that thing to protect the mouth, like the teeth, and he just kind of start dancing, right, when he's like in the ring and says, "So you think you could pull the cards against us and get away safely? I would think that it's worthy to have a friendly exhibition fight, to get to know each other better."
First of all, what did we do? Or what did I do?
You bluntly called for killing all the anarchs. So I'm here.
Oh, I said that, there may be conflict.
Uh,
And I had a good relationship with you. We got a business deal done, didn't we?
yeah,
I am the bridge
but
between Camarilla and Anarch.
and you sabotaged me. You called the sheriff later. We couldn't have fun properly. We only burned half of the club. Well, that's okay. We're gonna solve this like men. A bit of a friendly fight. Wanna ring the bell?
If it would make it feel better, uh, the venture my coterie got stuck with the bill.
Oh, it does make me feel better. But I think I have to settle with you.
Oh, let's go.
Dink,
What are the
dink.
rules?
Right? It's a MMA fight. If one quits, we stop. No killing. No need for that. Hey, Kaiser! Welcome, welcome. Well, at least you found the place. So welcome. We are at the end of the stream. Just getting getting a fight here. So, what you gonna do, Cameron?
I'm gonna activate potence
Yeah, you don't
for
need to
prowess.
activate. It's automatic.
Do I do a rouse check for that? Yeah.
No, you don't need browse check for potence. For regular potence, like to have potence on
Prowess,
the damage, you don't
prowess
need
or
it.
whatever. Yeah.
Ah, the prowess. Okay, the prowess skill. Well, let's check here. Okay. Uh, so prowess is level 2. Ah, okay. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, so it's a rouse check.
And I will blood surge, and then I will attack.
Yeah, okay. So another rouse check for the blood surge.
Mm-mm.
Why I cannot open Genghis character? Weird. Did it got like a bad internet moment? Yeah, it was a bad internet moment. He has potence too. So yeah, he's gonna do the same. So he's gonna roll a rouse check and then a rouse check again. Yeah, he didn't get hungry here. So you're gonna try to kick his ass?
Yep.
Okay. Um, he's gonna try to kick your ass. So strength plus brawl on both sides.
I rolled 6 successes.
Yeah.
Then that's plus my, and then I have to add the prowess. I don't know how you do it. How do you handle it?
How many dices you get from surging the blood, for housing the blood?
2.
2. Okay. So he got 4 successes and you got 6, right?
Yeah. And
So
then
you hit him. You hit him.
Ooh.
2 damage plus your potence. How much potence do you have?
2.
2, so 4 damage. It's superficial damage, so he got 2 damage. You land him a punch, right in the face. He's dancing. He's trying to jab and gets you another punch. So let's go. Second round. It's the eye of the tiger.
Oh.
He got 6 successes. Oh, why you're rousing the rouse check? It's
Blood surging.
oh, you're doing the surging. It's just 1 round when you blood surge. I think it was like a scene.
Oh, is this? I've
I think it's
played
just
it
one
both.
round, isn't it?
It's just 1 round, so
Yeah,
I gotta take 2 dices away from Genghis.
I think it is.
So
Let me double check.
I was thinking it was like for the whole combat at least.
Uh,
No, let's just do the rouse check, right? For him again, if that's the case. Yeah, he increased his hunger. Okay, that's fine. So 6 successes, um, and you can use willpower if you want to.
I just did.
How many successes did you have?
4.
4. Okay. So that's the same. You take 2 damage, right? Because it's 4 minus 2, and you split by half, so you take 2 damage at the end. So you hit him in the face, and then he hits you back, right? And let's go again on another round. So he's gonna go around hunger dice, rouse the blood. He's gonna. He had 3 successes.
I start bleeding. I think I have stigmata. Do I have stigmata?
Okay. So what you gonna do in this round?
I blood surged. That's what the rouse check was for.
Mm-hmm.
And I will punch him again.
Go ahead.
I have to add +2.
You got a magic critical.
Oh,
Eight
nice.
successes. If you
That
want.
was not with. I still have to add 2 more dice.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't let me do that. That is.
You can roll outside. Don't worry. You can roll on Discord. These 2 extra dice. Uh, well, you gave him quite a punch. You got Yeah, you got very angry. You can use willpower if you want to. So 3 dice is there.
Sure.
Um,
Or no. No, I'm good with it.
okay. So you actually gave like 7 damage, and this 7 damage becomes 4. So he's gonna get impaired. That's enough for the fight. So basically, when he you hit him, he hits you back, and you both start dancing a bit in the ring, studying yourselves, each other, and then he tries to attack, but you hook him up in the chin, and you broke his jaw, and
Ooh.
you are bleeding at your hands, and yeah, as your face as well. It's been cut by his gloves, and he falls to the floor with the jaw broken. And since there is a lot of blood in the ring already, Mike stops the fight. He said, "Okay, okay, that's enough. That's enough. It's clear that Cameron wins the fight. You're bleeding too much."
I will go over to him, step on his chest, and just roar at the crowd.
The crowd goes crazy. Like you defeat Genghis. Genghis is a strong man, an anarch leader, a hero, and they just clap. They're like, "Argh!" And they start yelling your name, Cameron, 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 Cameron. And you see that Mike is very pleased from what he's seeing. And yeah, that's how to please a crowd. I always told you I needed you back in the ring.
Don't negotiate on my behalf again, Mike. I love you, but I don't love you that much.
Yeah, okay, fine. And he gives you the money. You're still very hungry. Uh, you should hunt before the chronicle ends.
Want me to get that hunger frenzy, don't you?
Yeah, roll hunting, roll. Again, a messy critical. Okay. Uh,
Ooh.
You roll a frenzy.
Yeah.
And remember, you have a 2 dice penalty for frenzy.
How do you roll frenzy on here?
You click on a heart here.
Isn't the 2 dice penalty only for anger, frenzy, if it's a Bruja?
Still, he doesn't pass anyway. Uh, you, as you went to the locker with Mike, and he pay you the money, your hunger start consuming you, and you don't think twice. You're angry at him from what he did, and he even tried to get more money from you. You're pissed off. You bite him, and you start draining him. You only stop when he's dead. He has no blood in his body anymore. You only stop when his heart stops beating and nothing comes out of him anymore. When you stop that, your hunger comes back to zero. You killed the man. But you not only killed the man, you killed your touchstone. You killed your only link to humanity. It devastates your mind. You're gonna
Is that
lose. You're gonna lose humanity for this. We're gonna see how much at the end of the chronicle. End of the session with a big remorse roll. I'm gonna put 3 stains on you.
Wait, do I
And
automatically lose the
yeah,
humanity?
1 dot. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Right, I
Okay,
took one dot
okay.
off.
You already had cut one, and you're gonna play a roll. You're gonna do a roll for another one. Uh, I think by the book you have to lose 2 humanity if you actually killed your own touchstone. But we check that later. Um,
I don't think you lose a humanity if you kill your touchstone.
you do. But you lose humanity if your touchstone gets killed. If you actually is act in favor of that, it's even worse. But yeah, anyway, it's that's our chronicle. That's our Chicago by night sacrifice. I'll grant everyone XP, so 5 more XP for the session.
Woo! Thank you.
And I hope you all enjoy it. How, if anyone wants to give feedback now, we are still live. Feel free to do that.
I think that I can't wait for season 2 because now we have a very interesting setup.
Yeah. I wonder if Bruno can help me rob a bank. Think of all the heist movies we could reference.
Yeah, there's all. Well, yeah, it'd be pretty easy, and it's what I do. It is my. Uh,
Cause I need me some money. Gotta pay off the big man.
Do you want me to talk Crook into bombing a place?
We'll put a pin in that, but I'm not saying no.
I mean, if you'd gotten him to put it in writing that he had you in mind to be next Primogen, we probably could have set up an assassination.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Well, you wouldn't. I would.
Yeah,
Get a
you would.
fake passport for your daughter, embrace your wife, introduce her to the prince immediately. He won't be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, but you see, I want that Primogen spot too, so I need to work out how I can get everything that I want, not just some of the things that I want. I
Oh,
don't have to
Dawn
choose, I'm
Draper.
a Ventru.
Currently, you're getting nothing that you want.
Oh yeah, today I'm on the bottom, but tomorrow I'll be on top. Just you wait. Just you wait. Henry's just driving away crying.
There's no easy way out. We actually reference Rocky a lot in this chronicle. So thank you guys for everything. It was a pleasure to do this chronicle. Run this chronicle with all you guys, and the audience as well has been amazing. Thank you for all the subs and for being here with us after midnight. Thank you, Evering. Thank you, Jotaro. Thank you, everyone that listened.